Do you ever feel like you're constantly one step behind, trying to guess what your dance partner wants?
Mm.
You know, that feeling of being a passive passenger in your own dance, just sort of waiting for the next direction.
Yes.
If that sounds familiar, it's probably time to stop guessing and start finding your own genuine flow.
That feeling is just so common. I hear it all the time from followers in any partner dance, really.
Mhm.
Bachata, salsa.
Right.
And it's this subtle but constant stress of trying to solve a puzzle while you're moving.
Mhm.
You might be technically responsive. You know the patterns.
Yeah, I can do the move.
Exactly. But you feel that something's missing, that personal expression. You're always looking outside of yourself for the next instruction.
We're talking to you, the dancer who has the technique, but you feel like you've hit a kind of wall where the connection just feels transactional.
Transactional is the perfect word for it.
You can execute the turn, but are you
Yeah.
really dancing the turn? You feel this pressure of being totally dependent on how clear the leader is,
And if they're not clear, or the lead is subtle,
that all the joy just evaporates. You're not dancing anymore, you're just reacting.
and that is the core frustration. When followers come to us at ZOUK Malmö Dance School, they almost always think the solution is purely technical.
I just need more patterns.
Yes, if I just learn 50 more complex moves, then the magic will happen. But that just keeps you dependent. It just gives you more things you have to guess.
Okay, so if more patterns aren't the answer, what is? If I'm a follower who can already do a sharp spiral in bachata, why do I still feel that disconnect?
Because the focus is completely misdirected. The key is what we call ZOUK Embodiment.
The ZOUK Embodiment.
When you only focus on the external steps, you're always vulnerable. If the leader's signal is even a little unclear, you panic because your only source of info is external.
Right.
Embodiment shifts that focus entirely inward.
Okay, let's unpack that. How does focusing on my internal state make me a better partner? That almost sounds counterintuitive. I mean, partner dancing is about the other person, right?
It's the very foundation that makes true partnering possible. The immediate benefit our courses offer is teaching you how to find your own flow, your own inner harmony, while still being completely responsive.
So you're building an unshakable core.
Precisely.
Let's get practical, though. What does inner harmony actually look like on the dance floor? Or I guess, what does it feel like? Is it a mindset or is it physical?
Oh, it's deeply physical.
Yeah.
Inner harmony means your nervous system is calm, your breathing is deep, steady.
Okay.
And crucially, it means you don't feel that tension creeping up into your shoulders or your neck when a complex move starts.
I know exactly that feeling.
Right. When you're tense, you're basically anticipating failure. But when you're in harmony, you're open to possibility.
That's a huge shift in philosophy. It's
Yeah.
moving from, I have to execute this perfectly, to something more like, I'm creating stable movement within this shared dance.
And that calm, I promise you, is contagious for the leader too.
I can imagine.
We are essentially trading mechanical steps for true presence. Most partner dancing puts a heavy focus on performance, on looking good, hitting the move.
The picture.
The picture, exactly.
Yeah.
But the ZOUK methodology prioritizes presence. It sees the dance not as a technical test, but as a real, authentic human connection.
Which is probably why you see people from yoga or mindfulness backgrounds getting into it.
Absolutely. They already get the power of that internal focus.
Okay, this is where I think it gets really interesting for anyone listening. We get the philosophy presence over performance. But let's get into the actual tools. How does ZOUK Malmö Dance School actually make this happen? How do you take someone who is a habitual guesser and turn them into an active, internally guided dancer?
We use specific somatic tools. They're designed to build a follower's internal strength and expression, so the movement comes from your core, not just from an external push or pull.
And the first one is?
The first, and maybe the most important, is what we call somatic deepening.
Somatic deepening. Okay, so for a bachata dancer, what's the difference between doing a body roll without that and doing one with it?
Without somatic deepening, your body roll probably starts from your shoulders or from the external pressure of the lead. It feels like a series of separate movements.
Right, like a checklist.
Yes. But somatic deepening is like a guided journey inward. It means you're grounding the movement from the earth up through your feet, your spine, and you're initiating it from your center, from your body, your heart, your awareness.
So if I'm picturing that, instead of me sort of pulling myself through the move, the energy is flowing up from the ground, through my core, and then out.
That's it, precisely. Think of a heavy pendulum versus a light whip.
Okay.
If you initiate from the top, like a whip, you're unstable. You lose balance easily.
Right.
But if you initiate from that grounded center, like the pendulum, Your movement is slow, intentional, and powerfully organic. The movement is always integrated. It's never just dictated to you.
But let me just challenge that for a
At
second.
least.
A skeptical dancer listening might think, okay, if I'm so focused on my own inner harmony, doesn't that make me less attentive to my leader's cues? How do I not just zone out and start doing my own thing?
That's a fantastic and critical question. And the answer lies in the second key tool, intuitive movement.
Okay.
The goal is to learn to sense every movement from the inside out, but that internal feeling is actually coupled with this incredible responsiveness.
Yeah.
We're teaching you to process the lead somatically, not intellectually.
What is the difference? Processing a cue intellectually versus somatically.
Well, intellectually is when you think, oh, his right hand is pressing there, so he must want a closed turn now.
And there's a delay.
There's a delay. That's what creates that feeling of being one step behind, that anxiety. When you process somatically, your body is so grounded and ready that the cue just bypasses your thinking brain. Your body finds its axis and starts to rotate before you've even formed the conscious thought.
That is a fundamental difference. So the follower is moving organically with the energy, not reacting after the instruction.
Exactly. We are training the body to speak the language fluently. You move from a state of deep responsiveness because your own internal system, your harmony, is already there. It's solid.
And that must completely change the connection.
It takes the burden off the leader. They don't have to carry all the responsibility for the quality of the movement anymore because the follower is providing this active, stable energy back to them.
So it frees the leader up to lead with more nuance, and it frees the follower to respond with real elegance and power, which I guess leads us into the tangible skills, what you call technical mastery.
Yes. This is where philosophy meets physics and biomechanics. Technical mastery is about cultivating three things: softness, elegance, and responsiveness.
Let's break down softness. In salsa or bachata, you're often taught to maintain a really strong frame. So how do you interpret softness without just becoming, limp?
That's the key. Stiffness is not strength. Stiffness is bracing. It's the follower holding their breath, waiting for impact. Softness, the way we define it, is elasticity. It means your muscles are active enough to hold your axis and your density, but they're relaxed enough to absorb and redirect momentum without fighting it. It's maintaining your shape without being rigid.
So if I'm truly grounded through that somatic deepening, the softness and elegance come naturally because I'm not wasting energy bracing myself for whatever comes next.
You can trust your center.
You can trust your center.
Think about a spiral turn. A follower who is guessing will often use external leverage. They'll pull on the leader's hand or over-tighten their core.
Right.
A follower with this kind of technical mastery uses their grounded center to find a perfect, effortless spiral. They maintain their axis internally. The movement becomes so fluid, so beautiful, and, more importantly, it feels amazing for both partners.
So it sounds like the whole methodology allows a follower to be completely responsive, which you have to be, but without ever sacrificing their own flow.
They become a co-creator of energy, a co-creator of the dance itself.
Not just a receiver of it.
And the result of that is what we call the magic of connection. This is the ultimate goal. It's that feeling everyone is chasing when they feel like something is missing.
So how is this magic of connection different from just, having good chemistry with someone?
Chemistry can be fleeting. It's unreliable. The magic of connection is a skill. It's predictable, repeatable. You achieve it through flow and trust and presence.
So it goes beyond just impressive tricks.
It moves into a realm of genuine, nonverbal conversation. We use specific partner drills that teach these sensory feedback loops, not just memorize patterns.
You mentioned a philosophy earlier. We dance not to impress, but to feel, to listen, to meet each other, that last part. To meet each other.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It makes the social dance floor feel less like a stage.
And more like a shared space, a space for experience. It absolutely does. When the follower has this inner harmony and mastery, they bring this potent, grounded, active energy to the partnership.
So you gain the tools to feel safe. Beautiful.
And profoundly active.
Yeah.
Never, ever just like a passenger again. Our dancers describe the feeling as both grounded and heavenly beautiful.
Because it's centered in the body, but free in the spirit.
You've got it.
So the transformation is really stepping away from that anxiety of guessing, that burden, and stepping into a place of deep self-awareness that lets you contribute powerfully to the dance. You're building an inner foundation that's strong enough to handle any lead, clear or not.
That is the core takeaway. You learn to trust your body's deep intuitive intelligence instead of just relying on your memory of steps.
Hmm.
And when you're present like that, you are actively creating. That's what unlocks real connection.
It sounds incredibly fulfilling, like personal development that's completely woven into your dance life. For anyone
Hmm.
listening in or near Momovia, whether you're a veteran bachata dancer or just curious, this sounds like a complete paradigm shift.
It is. It's why we emphasize the philosophical side so much. To
Mhm.
truly dance from the soul, you have to connect to yourself first. And when you do that, the whole dance floor just opens up.
Hmm.
We invite you to consider a thought as you go through your week, whether you're dancing or just thinking about it.
Okay.
Let your feet touch the earth. Let your heart lead the way. And let your inner universe create the magic.
That's a profound message to end on. If you're listening and you're nodding along, realizing you're just tired of guessing the next move, or if you just want a deeper form of expression that starts from within, this is your invitation.
Find your inner flow and your strength. You can sign up for our courses and read more about our methodology at ZOUKMalmo.com. That's ZOUKMALMO.com.
And you have a community group too, right?
We do. We have a very supportive ZOUK Malmö community WhatsApp group. It's a safe place where you can explore, experiment, and just be exactly who you are, surrounded by really open hearts.
So don't wait for your partner to fix the connection for you. Take control of your own flow.
We'll see you at ZOUK Malmö Dance School.